So what's up, viewers? You're welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, just kindly subscribe. In today's video, I visited a rabbit farm here in Cross River State. So he's a rabbit farmer. He keeps rabbits, fish, and also is into poultry too. So this is rabbit farm here, just show around. We left there because of the sun. So we left there because of the sun. So we decided to stay here to do the video. So I'm just going to tell him to tell us his name and the name of his farm. So sir, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Reda Dennis, and the name of my farm is Roy Farm, RI Farms, meaning Red Part Organic Integrated Farms.
Okay. So what's motivated you to go into rabbit farming?
Well, first of all, what really motivated me was the fact that when you walk around our area, you hardly see a rabbit farm because I was still in the West and I saw how rabbit farming was booming.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I hardly find someone who keeps rabbit, and I was really interested. So that really motivated me to try and put more effort in establishing a rabbit farm around here.
Okay. So how many rabbit did you start with when you started? How many did you start
Then
with?
I started with 3 broodstock, that is 2 female, 1 male.
Okay, that was what gave you all this rabbit you had.
Yes.
Because guys, he had many rabbits. I'm telling you, many rabbits. He even supplied to one farm near my house, and I also got few rabbits from him as at early this year. So he had many rabbits. So for someone that wants to start with us 3 rabbits, like how many rabbits will that person have in 6 months time?
In 6 months, it depends on your breeding skill and how you can take care of the offspring.
Okay.
Because of the skill I had, I know if and also the breed too.
Okay.
Because I had the hyenas. I started with the hyenas, and they could, in the breeding cycle, pregnancy, they can give me like 11 kids, 10. Minimum was 10 then.
Okay.
So, and those 10 all survive.
Okay.
So it was easy for me to reproduce, and within 6 months, I was having close to like another set of like maybe 20 broodstock.
Wow.
Not like rabbits, so
The
20
total,
broodstock.
like
Yes.
20 mature rabbits.
Yes.
Wow. So the major challenge of rabbit farming, the major challenge that people are complaining of is the markets. For the market, where do you sell your own? Where do you sell your rabbits?
Well, that was one of the first challenges for me. But I've come to realize that if you want to wait for market to come and meet you, you'll be stranded. Just do it. Then from no, like when I started, I didn't have a market, but
Okay.
then I was telling some few persons. So
Yeah.
you have to work for the market to come.
Okay, so you were doing mouth to mouth
Yeah.
advertisement.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was doing
So
multi-month
do you breed your rabbit for meat, or you breed for to sell to your fellow breeders?
Yeah, my intention initially when I started was to breed for meat, but you can't just start breeding for meat when people are not actually doing it. People don't really know the rabbit meat, its value. So you have to encourage other people to want to breed rabbit first. Then you focus on meat.
Okay. So do you advise people to go into rabbit farming? Like, do you tell people, like, do you advise people to go into it? Is it really profitable?
Yeah,
As
it's really profitable if you know what you are doing. It's really profitable. I will really advise anybody. I prefer rabbitry to even poultry. But I know I do poultry too, but I prefer rabbit is more easier to manage than, for me, it's easier to manage than poultry.
So at how many months do you get your meat rabbits? If you are selling for meat to someone, like how many months do you get it?
From 3 months.
From 3 months, it
Yes.
will be mature enough for meat.
Yes.
What feed formulation do you use? Because I did a video on my YouTube channel on how to formulate the feed. Although some people were not having, did not really know the place to get those materials to formulate the feed, like the weight of our PKC and some other things like that I showed them. So what kind of formulation do you use on your rabbit farm?
Okay, based on my schedule, I don't really go into feed formulation, but what I do actually is that I formulate, not really formulating. I just have some mixtures of things. I use PKC and chicken feed, grower feed.
Okay.
I mix it at a certain ratio to give to them, so it helps them grow. And also I also combine with grasses.
Okay, you give them grasses.
Yes.
So what about pellets? Is there any disadvantage of pellet, or is there any reason why you are not feeding them with pellets?
No, if it was possible to make the pellets would be very very much appreciated because it helps cut down feed wastage.
Okay,
Yeah.
because for some rabbit that used to scratch,
Yes, yes.
because in my previous video I made on my video on feed formulation, I was mixing a little bit of water with the feed so that they will not be scratching it and they will not wasting the feed.
Okay.
So I don't know if we used to do that too here.
No, no, no.
Okay, so you just give them the dry matter like that.
Yes.
So how many rabbits do you have currently now?
Currently, I have up to um like 20 brood stock.
Okay. So he's also into fish farming too. So he also into fish farming. So I want to ask him, rabbit and fish, which one is more profitable? Which one is more profitable?
I think for now we are looking at the market availability.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
there's already a strong market for the fish.
Yeah.
So right now I can be tempted to say fish is more profitable. But
So
if you look at the profit margin, if you want to keep rabbit and fish, I think I'll go for rabbit.
okay, for the profit margin.
Yes.
So at how many months does a fish reach maturity? Like for someone that wants to eat, at how many months do you start selling fish for, like for someone that wants to eat, like a mature fish?
A mature fish, most times it depends on your feeding regime. It can take up to like 4 to 6 months
Okay, four
to
to six
reach.
months.
Yes.
So how much do you sell those ones?
Then it depends on the price at that time. Most times I sell like maybe 1,000. Before I know we used to sell per kg.
Mm.
Before we can sell like 1 2 or 1,000 a kg, but now it's like 1 5.
Okay, so the only reason why you are saying fish is more profitable is just the market value of the fish.
Yes, market availability.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
for
can easily sell if my fish are just ready now. Within 1 2 weeks, it's finished.
okay, so you, like for someone that wants to start this fish farming now, maybe with like 100 fish, and he wants to get this tank, because as you guys can see, he's using this tank for his own fish farming. He does not use the normal tarpaulin that some people use. He uses this tank. So for someone that wants to start with maybe 50 or 100, okay, let's just say 100 fishes, because I wanted to also start fish farming, but the only problem I have is just the water, because I don't have borehole in my compound. So for someone that wants to start with like 100 fishes and get this tank, can this tank contain like 100 fishes?
Yeah, ideally
Mm,
it can contain 100 fishes, but I won't advise you to stock 100 fishes if you actually want your fish to grow very well.
okay.
Ideally, like for me,
Mm,
maximum I stock in this tank is like 75 80.
75, 80. So
Yes,
okay, so maybe let's just say the person wants to start with like 50 fish
50
for per tank.
per tank.
Just the person wants to get one tank, then get like 50 fingerlings
if
and
you if
start.
if you want to really profit from fish farming,
Mm,
you cannot start with just one tank.
okay,
At least minimum four. Even if you want to start with small number, in the sense that fish are very cannibalistic in nature.
okay,
Because if you put a fish the same set, you find out that there are some that grow faster than some others.
okay,
So if you leave all of them in that same tank, you find out that they'll eat themselves.
okay.
So you periodically have to sort them according to their sizes. So if you just have one tank, you have an issue of cannibalism a lot.
Okay.
So that's why it's advisable to start with like, even if it's three, two, but not one.
Okay, so okay, let's just say two, because I'm looking at it for someone that want to start in a small scale.
Yeah.
Let's just say two.
Two,
Okay,
yes.
let's just say two tanks.
Yeah.
Then the person will get like 100 fishes.
Yes.
Okay, for those two tanks. So like, how much will the person need to start such a farm? Like two tanks with like 100 fishes. Like how much?
How much?
Because
Well,
you told me these tanks were about 30,000, and the
yes.
dollar rate in Nigeria now is about 700. So for those of you outside the country, you can just do the mathematics and know how much it will cost. So like, how much will it cost for someone to start with two tanks and maybe 100 fishes with the feeding to maturity?
With the feeding,
Yeah.
that I have to do some calculation myself.
Okay, so let's just,
But the two tanks, okay, at
okay,
30,000 currently now.
okay,
Then for the if you want to start with juveniles, I will advise someone who's starting to start with juvenile, not fingerlings,
Okay.
because juvenile are a little bit mature and the mortality
Juveniles
rate.
are at how many weeks?
Juveniles,
Yeah.
let's just say 8, 9, no, 9 weeks.
Okay. 9 weeks old.
Yes.
Okay. Juveniles. Like those
That's
ones are
from
not
from
really.
from yeah. This
Yeah.
one, they're not that, they're just like finger. This is my finger size.
Okay.
But
You have a size of them here. You can show us.
those the ones I have are post juvenile. They're bigger.
They're like how many months?
They're like 2 months now, 2 months plus.
Okay. What of someone that want to go for those ones? Is it advisable or is it too big for them to start
No,
with?
it's not. It's not too big. At least then you know that the issue of mortality will be reduced.
Okay, so just show the size of those
Okay.
ones so we can just see what you're talking about. Let's just see the size.
Like this one.
Okay. Okay, this is the size here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
This one. These are from the last set that I hashed. I told you I do hash here.
yeah, he also does hashing too on his own. So like how many did you hash that period?
That period when I finished hashing, I was having like 3,500.
3,500
Yes.
fishes.
That
Guys,
was I had a lot of mortality then because of the nature of my hatchery unit. So
okay.
I know subsequently I will improve because I was just learning myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
that was the first time you tried hashing.
yes,
Okay, so you had 3,500 fishes.
yes.
So like per fish, let's just say for this size now, like how much do you sell for one?
This size now will go for, currently now most people sell it like 100 naira.
For this size.
Yes, for one.
So let's just say like how many bags have they eaten so far?
So far,
For all of them, how many bags?
all of them now.
Mm.
I know I've given them more than, they've eaten like 2 bags of 2 point something mm, 2.2 rather.
All the fish feed are they of the same prices?
No, no.
Okay, they have
When they
different
are
prices.
smaller like this, their feed is more expensive.
Okay,
Like at this, when you hatch them
okay.
at that stage, their feed, a bag can cost you like 27,000.
For a bag.
Yes.
Wow. So enough for someone who does not have money, like rabbit. Unlike
So
rabbit, that someone that is just starting can just be using just grasses to feed them.
yeah,
Fish, you need to have your capital, although the
yeah,
market is there. So you
yes.
need to have your capital. I've not done fish farming before. I don't have any experience of fish farming. So that's why I need to ask him some questions because I want to go into fish farming. So for those of you guys that are interested in fish farming too, you can also learn from this video. And so you say you sell like 2 kg for like 1,000 naira for the mature ones.
1 kg, yeah.
Wow. So that period you hatched like that 3,500 fish on your own.
Yes.
Like how many weeks will they stay before you can sell those ones?
Uh, like 6 weeks.
Like after 6 weeks you can sell them
Yes.
for how much each?
For 30 naira.
13 naira. Wow, that
Yeah.
is a lot
For
of money.
one, yeah.
So do they eat within that 6 weeks?
Wow, they eat from day 3.
They eat from day 3
Yeah.
of the hashing.
Yeah, but at that period their consumption rate is very low.
Okay, so okay, they don't eat much.
Yeah, they don't eat much. Is as they grow, their appetite increase, and the
Okay.
size of their feet too increase.
Okay, so you'll be increasing the size of their feed
Yes,
as
yes,
days go.
as they grow, yes.
Okay, so for those of you guys that are interested in fish farming, you can hit him up. I'll put his number on the screen. You can hit him up. He also does hashing. He also hash his own fish here on his farm. For those of you guys that want to learn how to hash your fish, you can hit him up. He'll chat him up on WhatsApp or can call him. Maybe he'll give you a clue on what to do. So once again, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please do what to subscribe, like this video if you're a rabbit farmer or if you're a fish farmer. Thank you once again. Do have a nice day. Peace out.